Review for the first several questions of our final exam. And the first question asks us to find a portion of another portion. And to do that, we multiply one proportion or percentage by another. Make sure you convert your percentages to decimals to make calculations, because you can't multiply just the percent. And it asks about 7 out of 25. That's one of the portions. That's the proportion that's first mentioned. 7 out of 25 means 7 divided by 25. You can make that calculation and then multiply it by the other percentage, or you can multiply that percentage by this fraction if you want to. You'll come up with the same result, and for circumstances like this, you're most certain to come up with the exact correct result if you multiply that proportion, or that percentage converted to this proportion, times the fraction. And in any case, when you make that multiplication, your result will be 0.1036. Convert that back to a percent by multiplying by 100, because the question asks what percentage, and that's what we get by multiplying by 100. All right, now in the second question, this is going to deal with the increase or decrease, or the percent increase or decrease from one value to from an old value to a new value. And we'll use the formula in this question: new minus old, whatever those values are, the new value minus the old value in the numerator, divided by the old value. If you enter this all in one step in your calculator, make sure that you put parentheses to segregate that numerator to make it one value. And then after you divide by the old, you'll want to multiply by 100 again to convert to a percentage. If that value is positive, then it was an increase. If it was negative, then that's a decrease. So, excuse me, for this question, the new value is $115,000, and so we put the 115,000 right here. Subtract the old, which is 67,500, and then divide that by 6,700 or 67,500. Then multiply by 100 to convert to that percent, and that percent is going to be 70.37. So that's a 70.37% increase. And the next question deals with travel, or the speed at which, or the distance that you might travel. And it deals with the formula D equals RT, distance equals rate times time. If you divide both sides of this equation by T, then you get the equation R, rate, is equal to D, distance, divided by time. If you divide both sides of this equation by R, then you get time is equal to distance divided by the rate R. Those are all versions of the same formula. Now, the way I asked this question previously is not exactly how it'll be. It's not exactly how it'll be asked on the final. On the final, I will use the words exact, or exactly this much time, or exactly this much distance, as you see I've put in bold right here. And so, what happens in this, or what we're told in this, what we're given in this problem, is the rate. We're told that we have flown, we're going to Europe, and we've flown from New York to Rome 2,850 miles in 6 hours. So that's a distance divided by a time, and that'll give us the rate, as you see here. 2,850 miles divided by 6 hours gives us 475 miles per hour. So we use that rate in part 2 and plug it into any version of the formula to see if we have equality. Now, the equality occurs if we're going to be arriving in exactly 3 hours. So we're given the rate, and then the question is, if we maintain that speed, are we going to land in exactly 3 hours if Rome is 1,425 miles away? So we can put the three values were given: 1,425 for the distance right here, and 475 miles per hour for the rate right here, and these 3 hours right here, the time, and you multiply 475 times 3 to see if it's 1,425. Well, it is, and so that equation checks, and that's really the only one you need, but if you want, you can plug these values into the other equations. And as a matter of fact, I have these backwards here. This should be time, because the time is 3 hours, and this should be the rate, because the rate is 475 miles per hour. So when you plug those values in, distance 1,475 divided by the rate, which is 475, then you will get the time 3 hours right here. Likewise, if you substitute 475 miles per hour for the rate, you divide the distance 1,425 by the time 3, as you see here, then that'll be an equality. And so all of these check, and so the answer is yes, you're going to make it. All right. The next question asks us to perform some conversions, and I think that I will end this video now, and I'll pick this up with the next video.